Baviaans-Kouga 4x4 route is approximately 70 kilometers long. The first 40 kilometers are basically a series of farm-style access roads. It is possible to drive this first section in a normal car, but one with good ground clearance is highly recommended. Almost immediately after the start, the road climbs up a fairly steep mountain pass and then descends down to the Kouga River Gorge. Your first destination is the Baviaans Lodge, which is the official starting point of the 4x4 section. It is highly recommended to spend at least 1 or 2 nights at the lodge to familiarize yourself with the 4x4 route and the advice from lodge owner Rob LaRue. You will need to allow at least 1.5 to 2 hours to complete this first 40 kilometers to the lodge. It is imperative to fill your fuel tanks at Karedo, as there is no fuel available throughout this trip until you exit the Baviaans-Kloof at Patensie. The crossing of the Kouga River is via a low-level concrete causeway. Should the river be in flood and the bridge underwater, please first walk the river to ensure that your vehicle will make it safely across. This is the view of the beautiful Kouga River Gorge. At the bottom of the gorge is this lovely chalet built right next to the river, and it is probably available for hire. Many kilometers later, this beautiful view of the Baviaans Lodge itself presents itself at the neck of the final fork of the access road. The buildings and cottages are nestled quietly at the bottom of the valley. There are 4 separate self-contained, self-catering cottages. At the main lodge, all meals are catered for, and this is a view of the interior and bar of the main lodge. Lodge owner Rob LaRue is a font of knowledge on the history, fauna and flora of the area. There is plenty to see and do at the lodge, and a few days spent here will leave you in a placid state of mind. Higher up in the kloof, north of the lodge, are some exquisite rock pools. In addition, there are some very old sand rock art paintings to be found at several locations on the property. On the western side of the lodge, there is this lovely open lapa area, which is perfect for larger groups. On departing the lodge for the 4x4 route, the road traverses an area of dense acacia thorn bush and 1 or 2 dry river crossings. There is plenty of wildlife in this lower region close to the lodge. The animals you are most likely to see here are kudu, bushbuck, Cape vervet monkeys and, of course, baboons. It should be noted that there is no electricity at the lodge, and this greatly adds to the charm and atmosphere. The climb back up to the neck is quite steep with a gradient of 1 in 4, and in wet weather this could be troublesome for non-4-wheel drive vehicles. Most of the maintenance on these access roads are done by the farm owners themselves. For larger 4x4 vehicles, a multiple point turn at the neck is necessary to negotiate the very sharp left-hand bend through a partially open gate, which marks the start of the 4x4 section. The track climbs steadily through open grassland and should present no problems in dry weather. The chances are that you'll be the only people on the trail for the day, so stop frequently and wherever you like and enjoy the spectacular mountain scenery. The vegetation is primarily mountain fynbos. Above 600 meters above sea level, the proteas start to make an appearance. We filmed during the month of April, and I have never before seen such an abundance of proteas in one place. As the track reaches the higher altitudes, you will spot several cycads growing on the slopes of the mountainside. The track starts climbing less steeply for a few kilometers and then levels off at a wonderful view site. This is the spot marked by a small green plaque erected by Land Rover owner Katot Meyer, who forgot to apply his handbrake and his Land Rover rolled down this ravine. 3 days later, with the help of mechanical and electrical winches and the farm tractor, the wreck was brought back to the lodge. Katot completely rebuilt the Land Rover to original spec. Be sure to watch parts 2 and 3 of this video series on the Baviaans-Kouga 4x4 route.